It is increasingly tense on the Israel-Lebanon border at this point. Lebanese media report an Israeli airstrike wounded several students in one southern town. They were struck by shattered glass. Hezbollah, meanwhile, says it targeted an Israeli kibbutz and a town in Israel close to the border. First responders in Israel say an Israeli man was killed today by an anti-tank missile fired from Lebanon. Look, let's get you to Ivan Watson, connecting us from Beirut. You've been back and forth from that Gaza now from that border, for days. Ivan, there certainly seem to be more signs of what is, and we've been reporting on this for weeks, a very volatile situation along the Israeli-Lebanese border. How would you describe it at this point?
Look, it is a border conflict. It is terrifying and deeply unsettling for people living in the border regions, and it's deadly. As you pointed out, a 60-year-old Israeli man killed today on the Israeli side of the border. Hezbollah today announced that at least 3 of its fighters were killed. We don't know the circumstances of how or where or when that happened. They said that one of their fighters announced that he was killed yesterday. The Israeli military expressed regret for a Lebanese soldier who was killed yesterday. And though there's a lot of deadly weapons being fired back and forth across the border, it is very clear that neither Hezbollah nor the Israeli military have yet to use their most powerful weapons, the likes of which we would have seen in the much deadlier 2006 month-long war between these two adversaries. So what it does suggest is that both sides are holding back to a certain degree. Hezbollah has indicated, it has suggested that part of its main goal with this conflict right now is basically to tie down the Israeli military, to keep a certain amount of Israeli troops from being able to participate in the ongoing deadly offensive in Gaza, with essentially a campaign of harassment along the Israeli border. But it is now going on 2 months. The Lebanese Ministry of Public Health says that according to their statistics, I believe around 96 people have been killed in this conflict, 94 rather, thus far on the Lebanese side of the border, with tens of thousands of people displaced. So if you are, again, one of these residents of one of these many villages along the border, hearing perhaps that you're part of a strategy to tie down the Israeli military and you didn't get a vote or a voice in this, is not very reassuring. Becky.